Ronnie, and
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Wizards in Washington. Looking at the Wizards, they know this is the type of game they need to win if they're going to take the next step. Facing a closely ranked team, but with home court, they feel like they have the edge. And tonight, get ready for some highlights. 2 lightning-quick, high-flying clubs. Kenny, when you have teams as athletic as these, how can one side carve out an advantage?
Poise. That's it. You want to be athletic, but you also want to be level-headed. You got to have a combination of the two. You got to execute your plays, and you just don't rely on your physical gifts because that could be detrimental.
And not only that, AMB, FAE.
What's that?
Avoid mistakes, be fast and efficient.
Wow. FMB.
Where did he come up with that?
FAE?
AMB, FAE.
Okay.
Avoid mistakes,
Okay.
be fast and efficient.
God, man, that's quick and fast.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting matchup. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
You're the first person who's ever said that.
AMB, FAE.
Once we listening to the New Orleans Pelicans. At small forward, Edwin Moore. At point guard, Rajon Rondo. At the other guard position, Drew Holiday. At center, at the other forward position, Anthony Davis. The head coach of the Pistons team is Allen Jensen.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the New Orleans Pelicans come in for this one. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the 4th member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And with the road trip approaching, the Wizards play the final game of their homestand. They know this is the type of game they need to win if they're going to take the next step, facing a closely ranked team. No clear underdogs based on the tail of the tape.
And, well, for Washington, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And while they might not be on top of the standings, you get the feeling that they believe that they are.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. The bigs inside, Davis and Cousins. Rajon Rondo is out there with Holiday, and it's Moore in at the small forward position. Cousins with a screen for Holiday. Inside, fades and shoots. The shot, no good. And Washington the other way now. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
I mean, frustrating when missed free throws become contagious. Really the Achilles heel in that one.
Yeah, it's sad when you're aggressive enough to draw the fouls, but just not enough touch to cash in at the line.
And Wall with the slam.
Got to keep Wall in front of you in transition. He's incredible at blowing right past the defense.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another Unleash Chaos moment.
Yeah, and the Pelicans, after making the playoffs in 2015, had some high expectations with superstar Anthony Davis, but last year was a bit of a disappointment, and it forced them to kind of pull the trigger and go out and land DeMarcus Cousins. So their fortunes now, I think, are going to be held by those two anchors on the front line.
Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Wall's got 8 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Rondo with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Cousins, no good.
He finds a major hole in the D beyond the arc. You see that? Gotta enjoy watching Wall take flight. He's a sensational dunk artist.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And they double up Rondo to the left side wing. Moore against Porter. Moore left side. 5 to shoot. And Gortat over to help. There's the triple. Morris with the rebound.
Well, that makes them 1 for 5 from the field so far. They need to start getting some better looks.
They get it again. And that one's good by Porter.
Oh, look, Porter uses his length well on the offensive glass. Remarkable at hitting the boards and coming away with the rebound.
Davis setting the pick for Rondo. From deep, Moore. Washington with the rebound. Porter kicks to Gortat. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Moore against Porter. Davis sets a screen. No good from Moore. And the Wizards with possession. They're on a 14-3 run. And that one's good by Porter.
Well, you better wrap Porter up on these type of shots. When you don't, he fends off the contact well and finishes in style.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And look at what they did in the fourth quarter. Just totally out of sync and lacking in intensity. And that turned into that huge comeback.
Well, we always hear from NBA players that a win is a win. But, Chris, in all honesty, do some wins mean a lot more to players than others during the regular season?
You know, I know it sounds cliche, but not really. That really is the truth. You know, you may have 1 or 2 games that mean more, maybe Christmas, maybe against a rivalry, an old player. But you have to understand this. The whole mentality of lasting in this league is not to get too up or too down. If you get too up because you're playing against the Lakers, then, you know, you're going to lose against the Pistons the next night because you're not respecting them the same. You have to respect every team, fear every team the same. And so just circling one in red kind of shows that you're not respecting the next team, which sets up for a letdown. And so I think that's a good practice to have. Every game means the same, but human nature kicks in, and some are going to mean more than others.
It's really interesting. Here we get a moment to view the league's highest scoring teams. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
Rondo against Wall. Moore outside. Sinks the triple. Moore's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't tee him up on the perimeter.
Count it.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Poke loose. Davis sets a screen. Here's Cousins. Misses the 3. Now the Wizards with it. They're on an 18-6 run. Beal, the shot off that time. Holiday with the defensive effort. From beyond the arc, Porter pulls it in. Washington leading now by 12. Here's Beal. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Beal's got his second basket.
Oh, Bill plays big in the paint. It doesn't matter who's on him. He's determined to finish over.
We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Alvin Gentry. What's the news there, David?
Well, Kevin, I asked him what the strategy was offensively, and he said, look, we want to avoid having to take so many outside shots. They want to exploit what he described as a mismatch inside. He said, we have the talent down low to make things very difficult on those guys, and we're going to use it. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
You watch Bradley Beal play, and it seems like he's been in the league for a long time. And then you see his age, and you're surprised on how young he still is. Younger than most of the top shooting guards in the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And with Beal being so young still, you know, we saw the jump in his production last year, Chris, but he still is on the verge of entering his prime.
Yeah, you think about this. Guards usually hit their prime between 26 and 29 or so. Bill still has some time before he gets to the top of his game. You wonder just what he'll be capable of when that time comes.
And both free throws good for Beal.
Now, the potential this kid Bill has is incredible. He's already a dynamic scorer. He continues to get better every offseason.
Leaps for it, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo.
And while we got a chance, let's look at some numbers for Rajon Rondo. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Right off the opening tip, they've been relentless. And this style of play can be hard to come back against.
And so here is New Orleans, following the bucket by the Wizards. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
The three-point shot is something Cousins has worked on effortlessly into his game. His stroke is very nice from outside.
Here's Wall. That one, no good. Great D that time from Rondo. Ball's knocked loose. Wall with the steal. All alone, and the slam dunk by Wall.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Here's Cousins after the basket by Washington. That doesn't go either for Cousins.
A frustrating start to this quarter for him.
Beal drives in. Good. Beal's got his third basket of the night.
Beal is graceful on the drive. Clever at finding ways around the defense.
Rondo with it. He's picked up by Wall. Rondo kicks to Moore. And the three off target.
Well, he's having a tough go at it so far this quarter. Not much dropping for him.
They get it back. Gortat. Here's Beal. And finally they hit one. Beal's got 10 points in the game.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Rondo kicks to Davis. The dish to Holiday. Fires from deep. Buries the long-range jumper. Holiday's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Gortat. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And it's the little things that Marcin Gortat is so good at that helps you at that center position. His awareness of space, strong in the pick and roll, and also a solid finisher at the rim.
And with Gortat, it's those little things like setting timely screens or Greg moving to open up room for others that make him so valuable.
Kevin, he is deadly in the pick and roll. One of the best screeners in terms of his effectiveness to create space. And usually he's near the top of the league in terms of baskets that are created off of his screens.
Cunningham, he's checked in for New Orleans. Nelson comes in for Rajon Rondo. Cousins inside. Gortat's there, and the basket is good.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
And it's Gortat finishing it off.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
Now, here is Nelson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. They double him with Wall. And it's sent back by Morris.
Oh, man, look at Morris. Use his reach to turn away a shot. He's excellent at cornering shooters and sending their shots back.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Nelson kicks to Cousins. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. And it's 7 points here for Cousins.
There's no lack of aggression on his part. When he's got the chance to score, he'll take it.
And it's Wall in the corner. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And Porter comes to help. Pass to Holiday. Dishes it to Nelson. Screen by Cousins. Holiday, the pass to Nelson. From outside, off the mark. Wizards leading by 22. And Wall. Here we go now. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Wow, what a sensational quarter from him. And as long as they have this lead, I'd keep going to him again and again and again and again.
Now, here is Nelson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. From about 19 feet. And there's Porter on the assist from Gortat.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Nelson kicks to Holiday. Davis sets a screen. Shoots a 3. The shot by Holiday, no good. Nelson against Beal. Fires the 3. Anthony Davis with the rebound. And the Pelicans shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. And Holiday kicks to Nelson. Shot clock reset for New Orleans, but they'll get another chance. Pass to Cousins. And they double up Cousins. Holiday, no one around him. Another miss by Holiday.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Beal from long range. Beal can't get that one to fall.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Holiday inside the line. Rebounded by the Wizards.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, the scoring, it's not coming easy for him. You have to get into a little rhythm, but that's when you can make the extra pass, play the role of the facilitator.
And this, now a list of guys who can shoot it as well as they can pass it. The point guards with the highest shooting percentage in the NBA. Second, Drew Holiday.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, it's not a bad idea every now and then for them to go it alone.
Well, look, you have to change the pace up once in a while to catch the defense off guard. Unpredictability is huge in the game of basketball.
And here is Morris. Following the 3 from Jameer Nelson. Got that one up quick. And it's 9 points for Otto Porter Jr.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And Porter comes to help. Holiday with it. Now Beal defending. Davis has the open look. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson. Nelson's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Wall. Not enough on that one as it misses.
I'll give him that shot again. He'll probably hit it. That's a good look. Well, one thing the Wizards have done a good job of is making use of the corner 3. It's the most efficient shot in the game. Wizards make sure they have that as an option on a lot of their sets.
Here is Wall. After Drew Holiday's score, Wall, good.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Outside, Davis. Over in the corner, Cunningham. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Wizards.
And it's really been a big night for that backcourt. They've given their guards as much freedom as they want, and over again, those guys have come through.
Wizards leading by 23. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Wall is creative at finding ways to get to the line. The D has to be more careful when it comes to guarding him.
Well, there are a lot of incredible athletes in the NBA, but Chris, in terms of pure up and down speed, John Wall might be the best.
Oh, and it seems like Wall almost does that once a game, doesn't it? I mean, on the open floor, he can just run by most guards, and he's great at controlling his speed and changing direction.
First free throw is good.
What about the versatility of Wall? I mean, he's a nightly double-double. He continues to get better.
For the Wizards, Mahimi's checked in for Gortat. Kelly Oubre comes in for Markieff Morris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Beal. The Pelicans also changing it up. Omer Asik, he's checked in for Cousins. Darius Miller comes in for Anthony Davis. And Ian Clark subbed in for Drew Holiday. And so Wall nails both of them.
Well, when the question of who has the best handles comes up in the NBA, John Wall should be in the conversation. Of course, Irving and Curry might be at the top, but Wall isn't far behind. He can absolutely lose a guy with one of his crossover behind the back, flip up, down, zip-zap moves.
Mission incomplete. His 5th miss in 14 tries. And so here is New Orleans. Kicks it to Nelson. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Count that one. Asik's got his first basket of the night. Washington leading now by 23. And Wall.
Ooh! That's how you attack.
Wow. Attack the rim, baby. Move out the way.
Nelson dishes to Asik. Here's Cunningham. Offensive rebound. Asik with the bucket. Asik's got his second bucket.
And Asik is relentless in how he pounds the glass. A long-armed 7-footer who judges misses well.
John Wall getting it done for the Washington Wizards. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form, my follow through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still to this day thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
To be sure. I'm just not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking once she beats them in a game of horse.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Wizards here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second-chance points.
Well, obviously that was the game plan coming in. Be physical right off the rip.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for New Orleans right now, Ian Clark out there with Nelson. Then there's Darius Miller. Then it's Omer Asik. And it's Cunningham in at power forward. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Pelicans do have their challenges, but Anthony Davis remains committed to winning in New Orleans. He said, "I love it here. I don't plan on leaving. Yes, I fit into that old school category where I want to try to win where I start my career. That's always been a goal of mine. My goal is to bring a championship here." Kevin?
And David, loyalty does go a long way. Davis is a perfect guy to build your team around. He wants to win. Here's Hasek. Lays it up off the glass. Hasek's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Hey, Jameer.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Miller kicks to Hasek. No good on that one. And it's Washington the other way. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
Here's Clark. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Porter passes to Meeks. Over Miller. Here's Oubre. Nails the baby hook.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Doubled by Oubre. It's stolen by Frazier. Pulls up on the elbow. Another one falls for Washington.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now, here is Nelson. And the rejection by Mahimi. One-on-one fast break. And Frazier with the basket on the assist by Meeks.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And there's the defensive 3-second call. New Orleans shooting their first free throw tonight.
One shot.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And the Pelicans at last season's trade deadline making the big deal for DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, you look at Anthony Davis being paired with Cousins, and certainly on paper you could make the argument that they've got the best 1-2 punch on the front line in the league. Two Kentucky guys, great size and offensive skill in terms of their versatility. If they can surround them with shooters and some perimeter defense, I think this group could be scary. 3 straight baskets in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
Near the three-point line, it's Moore, and it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal, has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Pretty high percentage look with the D playing off. Just couldn't knock it down.
Moore inside. He's guarded by Meeks. Well, you look around the NBA, and there are some incredible athletes. Chris, in your opinion, which players in the league right now are the most physically imposing when you see them in action?
3 people come to mind. First, DeAndre Jordan, just his size and stature. And then when you see him run like a little fella and jump with the best of them, it is so intimidating seeing him out there on that court. LeBron, I mean, you still might say he has the best basketball body ever, being that 6'7", 6'8" frame, whatever he goes by with a bunch of muscle behind it, being able to use his quickness and strength to get to the post. You just have to love it. And then Antetokounmpo, one of the most unique players we've seen with his length, his size, Mr. Stretch Armstrong, but he gets it done on both ends of the floor, and I just think his unique body style and skill set makes him fun to watch as well.
He's off on the second.
Yeah, Kelly Oubre, the first rounder out of Kansas. I mean, he's a player that still has some development to do. Looks great in open court, needs to be more consistent.
Mahimi goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Mahimi's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Moore left side, and then Hasek with the dunk.
Once he gets open on the low block, it's just a matter of getting him the ball.
And for Kelly Oubre, the shot is coming along. He has been taking more threes, Chris, but it's just a matter of time probably being able to do it for long stretches in a game.
Yeah, different players take different amounts of time to figure that out. He needs the confidence to take his man off the dribble. Slowly, he's starting to trust himself more.
Mahimi, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's on Rajon Rondo. For Washington, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, when you look at this Washington team, the strength clearly lies in that backcourt. Wall and Beal, arguably the best backcourt in this league. They are the engine that motors this team with their scoring and playmaking.
Mahimi hits them both. This Washington backcourt of Wall and Beal. Last season, Greg, they were able to both stay healthy, and Wizards fans finally saw just how potent they both could be.
And remember all those rumors how these two couldn't coexist? Well, they sure liked existing together last season. I mean, they really carried this group when it mattered, and both just explosive players who are not only leaders, but they're terrific two-way players for this franchise.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
Well, it's the shot selection. That's been a positive for them thus far and a negative for their opponent.
Now, here is Miller. Oubre with the steal. Here's the break. Here's Mahimi. And it's Mahimi finishing it off.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink?
They set the pick. Clark kicks to Asik. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Satoransky. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Mahimi's shot is good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And Moore kicks to Miller. Moore outside. Oubre with the steal. And now the fast break. Meeks with the ball and finished off by Oubre.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Here's Clark. Doubled by Oubre. That's good from Miller on the assist by Clark. Miller's got 5 points so far.
Even double team, he had the vision to see the open man.
Oubre, good.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Screen by Asik. Here's Clark. Rebound by Mahimi. Mahimi's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Satoransky. Here's Oubre. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Rondo dishes to Moore. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
And giving up some height He just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and toughness to make that play.
And Chris, so many of us involved with the NBA, either as broadcasters or players, had a moment where they just knew that this was the game for us. Did you ever have that moment? And if so, Chris, when did you fall in love with the game of basketball?
Wow, that's a great question, Kev. You know what? I have so many signature moments in my life that continually made me fall in love. I don't know if there's just one. You know, I remember, for instance, Isaiah Thomas, after he won the All-Star game, I believe it was like 86, 87, and after he had his mom come up and his mom did the interview with him, and I was there with my mom, and I remember thinking to myself, man, that would be a cool moment. Or watching Magic Johnson hoist up a championship because he was from Michigan, and I had followed his career the whole time, and so watching him win a championship. Or how about those great Magic Johnson, Larry Bird commercials back when they got out of the limo and were looking at each other, you know, that type of stuff. So, man, so many great moments, man. I can't pick one, but there's so many great moments.
Great moments indeed. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. A lot of history here with the Wizards and Washington. A lot of great players have worn the jersey, yourself included, Chris. Do you have a favorite Wizard or Bullet player you like to watch?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I did. Juwan Howard. I love watching him go to work in that great All-Star season that he had. Wes Unseld, he's had a huge influence on so many bigs. Elvin Hayes, I mean, his name is all over the franchise record book. So many players. John Wall now.
Now here's Moore after Gortat's miss. Moore with it. Now defended by Oubre. Fires for three. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
I love watching Gortat put the ball on the ground and drive inside. Superb athleticism for a guy his size.
Rondo passes to Davis. Back to Rondo. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. 12 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
If you let him get that deep, this is what you can expect.
Yeah, well, with his toughness and skills in there, it's a rough problem to fix.
And that one, good.
And you can see the second chance points now starting to be a major factor.
Outside Rondo. He feeds it to Cousins. Washington with the rebound. Oubre's got 5 rebounds tonight. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one is on Holiday. And the New Orleans Pelicans last season with one of the worst offensive rebounding percentages in history.
Yeah, I mean, it improved somewhat with DeMarcus Cousins coming in. But I think really it's the team's philosophy, though. They value getting back in transition more than they value a chance to attack that offensive glass.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
John Wall's checked in for Washington. And both free throws good for Oubre. New Orleans has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Moore. Up again. Gortat comes up with the rebound.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now here is Holiday. After Markieff Morris's miss, Gortat with the block.
Oh, that's just the long wingspan of Gortat. I mean, it's highly effective, especially how he swats away shots.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Now here's Rondo. 6 points for him. More in the corner. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 3rd assist on the night. Wall against Rondo. Wall, no luck.
That type of defense doesn't always get it done, but it does the job that time.
Second chance shot. Gortat misses. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. And now a chance to take a look at the shot chart for New Orleans.
And looking at this shot chart, you can't help but feel that this entire team has played passively on offense. There has been little to nothing going on at the rim or in the paint for that matter. And when you don't attack the defense and put pressure on them down low, you're making life far too easy on them.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Now, I think he lets the D get to him there, and he rushes it. I mean, he has plenty of space there if he just takes his time.
Rondo. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And at his best is Rondo when he's attacking in the paint. Beautiful little floater there. Easy to get it up and over the defense.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here, only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Feeds it to Davis. And they double up Davis. Over Gortat. Rondo can't get it to go.
He gets some extra attention from the D on that trip, and he throws the shot off.
And Chris, you spent a handful of years in Washington. When you look back to that time in your career, is there a favorite moment that stands out to you?
Well, it was early in my career when I was with Washington, and I learned a lot about the league. And I think ending the Washington playoff drought that they had been in for so many years was part of the reason why I wanted to go there, and that was a lot of fun. Making my first All-Star team as well was pretty cool.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. The Pelicans also changing it up. Cunningham comes in for Etuan Moore. And Nelson is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And so John Wall nails both of them. 1:06 left now here in the second. Wall against Nelson. The kick out to Holiday. Off target from outside.
As he continues to rack up the misses from three-point range, he still appears undeterred. He's going to keep firing from out there.
New Orleans has gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Nelson, no luck. Nelson's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. No good on the shot. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Holiday, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
Two.
He's off on the first.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
He hits the second from the line. Washington shooting a sweet 57% clip in quarter number 2. Baseline try. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. That's 28 points for John Wall.
Now, Wall is a knockdown specialist from here. You know his jumper is a thing of beauty at times.
Nelson against Wall. Nelson kicks to Cunningham. And there's the pass to Nelson. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And so it's Washington, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Alongside Coach Alvin Gentry. Alvin, what sorts of adjustments are you going to make in the second half?
Well, we just got to get ourselves organized. We got to get back. We got to take better shots. You know, the problem that we have is we're taking bad shots and they're running out on them. We just got to take good shots and we got to get back and get our defense set.
The best defense is offensive efficiency. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith. That's Shaquille O'Neal. Thanks for joining us. And a pumped-up home crowd is behind us right now. It was a great half of basketball from John Wall. He ended up with 28 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
That was the half of the super sub for them. A lot of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up when the second unit came into the game. And that's the best part, having a bunch of guys who's ready at the drop of a hat.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
This reminds me of myself. They're just giving away points from the free throw line. It's hard to keep pace when you keep putting guys on the line over and over. Being physical is fine, but they were out of control, way too reckless.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
The dome of the U.S. Capitol building looking absolutely grand as we make our return to Washington, D.C. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
And as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Oh, yeah. It's just his ability to play above the rim led to some highlight reel dunks and really pumped up his team.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. Morris and Gortat together down low. The deadly duo of Wall and Beal are in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Here's Moore. Morris with the block. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Wow. The scoring ability of Beal is so impressive.
Well, you have to like the aggressiveness of Beal that he has injected into his game, Chris, as he's developed.
The free throw attempts and 3-point attempts are both up for Beal as he's developed. Those are 2 of the most efficient ways to score as a guard. Overall, looks so much more engaged and sleek out on the floor.
One shot.
Free throw good, Beal. Chris, you've been on both sides of the coin for this. When it comes to a veteran presence in the locker room, just how important is that? When you were a young player getting it, and maybe as an older player when you were preaching it.
When I was a rookie, Kevin, I needed a veteran just as much as I needed an assistant coach. They were that important to me because when you think about it, that's how you learn your routine.
Wow.
What to eat before a game, how many hours to eat before a game, how to recoup after a game, how to say no to your friends and family for playoff tickets because, you're at home and you got to buy 75 tickets. Just kind of how to navigate through life. That veteran player can help. And I think that's one thing when the game kind of got lost in years past, it was because we lost that veteran presence in the locker room. And so to me, the veteran presence is everything. Chris Mullin getting on me because I'm a rookie. I would have paid him to do that. So, it's really cool because just as much as they get on you, they help you and they explain the game, help you out with life and everything else. So it's like a big brother relationship.
Well, that's good to hear. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, Kevin, it's just the perseverance of Cousins. Always stays active on the boards and comes away with second chance opportunities for his team.
Wall attacking. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Wall's got 32 points.
Well, this is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
And Moore kicks to Davis. Rebounded by the Wizards. Morris has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
All right, a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Moore. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. First in three-point field goal percentage, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage, really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And not only is he hitting from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient three-point shooters.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of an even deeper hole.
For Washington, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Wasted no time on that one. 34 points for John Wall.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Holiday against Beal. Cousins with a screen on Beal. Here's Holiday. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Holiday's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Morris throws it down.
It's like Wall has a sixth sense of knowing when guys are open. Outstanding to quickly getting them the ball.
Now here's Rondo. He's got 10. High post try. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Wall. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Releases from 15. Holiday with another miss. Wizards have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Wall's shot is good.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Wall with the steal. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Rajon Rondo.
You got to respect how good Wall is with his shot fake. Once he has to be in the air, the rest is simple.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And that one falls for John Wall. And the Wizards making a change here. Meeks is checked in. And New Orleans also making a change. Darius Miller, he's checked in for Ejuan Moore. And so Wall nails both of them. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Outside Rondo. And here is Cousins. 16 points for him.
I don't care who it is. You can't leave him wide open from that range.
Here's Porter. He drains the quick shot. Porter's got 13.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Rondo with it. He's picked up by Wall. And Holiday has it in the corner. No good, unable to end this run.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Mahinmi's checked in for Washington. Satoransky comes in for John Wall. Ian Clark's checked in for the Pelicans. Well, for New Orleans, shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Double team on Holiday. Miller with a wide open look. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. He's got 8.
That's the maturation of Cousins' game. Everyone knows he can score the ball, but he is starting to show great strides in his passing.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. And we see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Wall.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing, and I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Back to Holiday. Davis sets a screen. Over Morris. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Davis has got his second bucket tonight.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot. Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't having it.
New Orleans making a switch here. Asik's checked in. Porter outside, and the three ball is good. Porter's got 5 points in the quarter.
Porter is a versatile scorer. Whether he's driving, spotting up, or creating for himself, he can do anything.
And Miller throws it down hard.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Morris with the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Pelicans have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. And Cousins throws it down.
Oh, Kevin, and it really only takes a couple of shots for Cousins to find his groove. He is just a phenomenal scorer.
Morris into the lane. Shoots over Cousins. And Porter putting it right back in. Porter's got 18 points.
Controlling the defensive glass has been a problem here tonight.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting 47% from the field in the third. Holiday dishes to Cousins. Miller outside. Shoots the three. Rebound by Mahimi. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Oh, I love the strength of Morris. Even with suffocating defense, he wills these shots in.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting for the game at 42%. Holiday, the pass to Clark. Now here is Holiday. He's tightly guarded. To the inside. Cousins. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
When it comes to rebounding, Cousins is one of the best. You have to know where he is at all times.
Oh!
Nice. Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Now here is Holiday. He's got 8. Screen by Asik. And Holiday kicks to Clark. Cousins with a screen on Porter. 5 to shoot. Clark dishes to Cousins. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Well, the D was slouching there, and he rose up and confidently hit that shot, just like he did in the first half.
Yeah, and last season, DeMarcus Cousins moving on in that blockbuster trade. Really impossible to get equal value for a star like Cousins, but he was pleased, I think, to put all the rumors of being traded to bed.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Morris, no good.
Even that close to the bucket, that's a very tough finish in that kind of traffic.
And Holiday kicks to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Oh, and Cousins just has the mentality that no one can stop him. Even when he gets hit, he has the talent to brush it off and still nail the shot.
And with Cousins, he found out that he was being traded to the Pelicans while at the All-Star game in New Orleans.
And it's never easy fitting in with another star like the Brow, but Cousins is just so skilled that you knew they would find a balance. And at the end of the day, Cousins seems to be happy with the team who is committed to him.
And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins.
And Cousins is one of the best big men in the league who continues to get better over time.
Oubre, good. Oubre's got 20.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Pelicans shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. Nelson, the pass to Miller. Cunningham inside. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Missed inside. Oubre. And yep, couple bounces and it falls.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Frazier against Nelson. He dishes it to Clark. The feed to Cunningham. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And a good job taking what the D gives him. He's not going to pass it up with that much space.
Here's Oubre, and he banks in the layup. 24 points for him.
Like the vision from Porter, not just looking for his own shot, constantly looking to get it to the open man.
Doubled by Oubre. Here's Cunningham. The three-pointer off the mark.
It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
Basket counts.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Well, for New Orleans, shooting the ball at 42%. Nelson kicks to Cousins. Clark for three. Washington with the rebound. Porter's got his sixth rebound on the night. Here's Frazier. Here's Oubre. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up two on the second effort.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Cousins with a screen on Porter. Three-pointer. Knocks down the three ball. Cunningham's got 6.
Well, after not having a 3 in the first half, he got a big boost right there by nailing that triple.
Here's Oubre. Here's Mahimi. Nice D from Cousins. Clark for 3. It's not going to go for him. Now the Wizards take it the other way. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Yeah, they really controlled the pace on both nights, which is probably why they made the playoffs. And the other team was left on the outside looking in.
Here's Nelson. Following the basket by Otto Porter. Nelson outside. Out to the right wing. Misses the 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
They grab their own miss. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Oubre's got 28 points for the game. Nelson kicks to Miller. Screen by Cousins. And it's Miller penetrating. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Darius Miller at the line for
2. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. So for the Wizards, Gortat's checked in for Mahimi. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Satoransky. And New Orleans also making a change. Moore's checked in. Both free throws good for Miller. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. From the wing. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Frazier against Nelson. Passes it to Cousins. Lets it go from deep. That shot off. Washington shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. Oubre, good.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Nelson against Frazier. Nelson kicks to Cunningham. Three-pointer. Rebound, Washington. Porter's got 7 rebounds in the game. That will count. No good on the buzzer beater. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Wizards out front, running away with it. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Let's take a listen now to Alvin Gentry.
Forget about the score and let's compete. Just compete. That's all. Not that hard to do now.
Without worrying about what's led up to this point, Alvin Gentry trying to refocus his players' efforts.
Yeah, I mean, dwelling on the point differential at this point isn't going to fix anything. But all five guys giving maximum effort, that might be a cure-all for a whole lot.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Jones, Diallo out there with Cunningham. Then it's Jameer Nelson, and it's Cook in at the two-guard spot. Now, here is Nelson. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. Jones, no one around him. Oubre pulls it in. Oubre's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Scott, offensive rebound. Here's Smith, and he banks in the layup.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Man, this is what happens when you get discouraged. Sometimes it just affects every part of your game.
Nelson kicks to Diallo. The fader. No good off the back of the rim. Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Beal, that's for 2. Goes back up. And it's Oubre laying it in. Oubre's got 14 points here in the second half.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's the dish to Cook. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by Smith. Wizards have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Oubre, and finished off by Oubre.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. And the rejection by Smith. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. Omer Ashik, he's checked in for Cunningham. Nelson, the pass to Diallo. The layup off target.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Screen by Ashik. Here's Jones. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And finished off by Oubre.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
Throws it down despite the man right in his face. A chance here for a three-point play.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Washington.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. Chris, if you were on the rules committee, what rule change would you like to see the NBA make going forward?
Kevin, there's not a rule I'd necessarily have changed, but I'd ask them to kind of reinterpret a couple of rules, and that goes with the flagrant foul. I often see so many plays that are just hard fouls called as flagrant fouls, and that can affect not only a player and later on whether it's a flagrant 2, but it can affect the game. It can affect the next game by how it's interpreted by a player being kicked out because of that. And so I just want to take the sensitivity or put the toughness back into that. So many flagrant fouls are called and they're not going at the head or they're chopping down on the wrist. And I just like to see it get back to be interpreted as it was a little while ago, maybe 20, 25 years ago.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line, they needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Nelson. He makes 1 of 2 that time, and it's Washington's ball. They're on a 12-3 run. And Frazier with the basket on the assist by Meeks. Meeks got his 5th assist in this one.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Now here's Rondo. It's Jones on the wing. Beal with the steal. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
At the line for your visitors, Tim Frazier. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And Frazier drops them both. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Rondo kicks to Jones. Shot off the screen. Nice D from Scott. Wizards have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Second shot opportunity. That shot off the mark. And New Orleans will come the other way. Jones against Beal, and the shot goes in.
I'm sure he loves that matchup. He gives him a big size advantage down low.
Frazier dishes to Scott. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. Frazier's got his 9th assist in the game now. Rondo kicks to Cook. They set the screen. It's stolen by Smith. Beal with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Here's Scott. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Outside, Jones. He kicks to Cook. Pass to Diallo. Jones, the pass to Diallo. Right side, Rondo. Clock at 6. All sorts of time, and he connects with the jumper.
And there's nobody any better in terms of running the pick and roll than Rondo. He's ready to shoot as soon as he comes off the screen.
Now here's Beal. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Diallo. Dishes to Rondo. Floats one up, and the rejection by Smith. Scott with the ball. It's Beal on the wing, defended by Jones. Fader on the way, and it's Smith missing. Well, for New Orleans, shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. There's the pass to Diallo. Got a piece of it. Outside Rondo. To the paint. Shot good by Diallo. Diallo's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Rondo is a problem in that pick and roll, picking the defense apart with his passing.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Rondo. Kicks to Asik. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Here's Meeks. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
When you're open, Bill will find you outstanding at working the ball over to the open man.
The Pelicans shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Rondo dishes to Jones. Asik with a screen on Beal. Here's Jones. And the shot is long. Washington shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. And the basket is good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Meek's gone 3 for 5 from the field. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Jones. On target from 13 feet. Washington shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. Scott. Rondo with the rebound. Rondo's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Now here's Rondo. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here for the Wizards. Mahimi comes in for Mike Scott, and Satoransky subbed in for Bradley Beal. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Ian Clark's checked in for Cook. Here's Rondo. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, a few things have become clear with Rondo in the past few seasons. 1, Greg, he needs to be happy with his situation in order to be productive. And 2, he can give you big numbers at times, but he isn't the player he once was on that Celtic team.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's such a hard-headed guy and has his own way of approaching things. If you clash with him, everything goes up in flames with his game. He needs to be on the same page with his coach, and he's running out of coaches who will put up with him.
And he knocks down the first one.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
Darius Miller, he's checked in for New Orleans. So he gets them both. Here is Frazier. Here's Mahimi. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Rondo's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the left wing. Passes it to Diallo. It's stolen by Smith. Tries it from 19. Offensive rebound. Here's Mahimi. That shot off. Well, for New Orleans, shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Here's Rondo. And again, no good by New Orleans. Feeds it to Meeks. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
New Orleans making a switch here. Nelson's checked in.
One shot. One shot.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Screen by Asik. Miller outside. Rebound by Mahimi. Mahimi's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Outside, Meeks. There's the foul. It's on Mahimi. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And that's good. Jody Meeks for 3. Oubre's checked in for Jody Meeks. New Orleans has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Clark kicks to Asik. Pass to Diallo. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. It's tipped. Now Oubre. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Oubre. Well, for New Orleans, shooting 32% in the 4th, perhaps looking a bit tired. Oubre with the steal. The finish, and the jam by Oubre.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Now, here is Nelson. There's a screen. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And hate to make a mistake there. Have to stay focused.
You're so right. Trying to shrink the deficit, sometimes you push too hard to make something happen.
Here's Mahimi. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. Frazier's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. To the middle to end the run. Asik with the bucket.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
Washington has gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Oubre passes to Mahimi, and he gets the bucket. Mahimi's got 4 points in the quarter.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, what I like about it most is he's doing it efficiently.
Clark dishes to Miller. Out to Nelson. Clock at 6. They set the pick. Shoots over Oubre, and Nelson gets it to go.
Artful use of the screen there. Gains the separation he needs for a good look.
1:41 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Here's Satoransky. The shot's good.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
And don't forget, very accurate. Taking shots within the flow of the offense. Not something that can be said for their opponent.
And the Pelicans with possession here. After the basket by Washington. Clark. And the layup falls.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Washington.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kelly Oubre.
Well, the biggest impact he had was with his on-the-ball defense. Such quick hands, his steals added up to a lot of extra possessions.
Nelson kicks to Ashik. Nelson outside. Pass to Diallo. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Smith. Here's Satoransky. The shot, no good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Clark for 3. Rebound by Mahinmi. Washington calls timeout. They're up. 20 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
My guess is that they're just trying to avoid some monumental breakdown after having dominated up to this point.
A chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan Player of the Game.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He came off the bench to give them a major boost and prevent 2 straight losses. That's just the kind of contribution you're hoping to get from your bench. On offense, here are the Wizards. They're on a 20-6 run. A shot by Frazier, no good. Nelson outside. It's stolen by Frazier. And here we go. Washington fast break. And laid in to finish the break. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 11 assists. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much, Marcin. A strong game defensively. How important is that communication between the front court and the back court?
Well, obviously, we're going to be a better team if we're going to continue to talk like that defensively. You know, we inform each other about screens and cuts, and it was a lot of different schemes we're supposed to do today. That's why, all 5 guys were talking, and that was crucial for them.
Well, it showed up on the floor, March. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.